Beepis. Bitch free troll. Is my grammar. Okay, well, let's take a look. I hope they're an adult. Oh. But yeah, I bet that's something that you see on the other side of a higher minimum wage, and by no means would I ever advocate against a higher minimum wage. Feel free to kill me if I ever do. Just straight up. That's not me anymore. Put him down. But that's got to be a squeeze on the other side of that. That when the minimum wage goes up, the wage gap between like management and lower positions shrinks. But I think that's a good point to argue for abandoning wage secrecy. There's nothing dumber than thinking your wage is a point of propriety. There's a whole thing you can dig into, but it was a scam in like the 40s to get people to not talk about their wages anymore, like a big like management thing with conferences where management people managers would get together and figured out that was how they were going to frame it. They were going to start doing this thing. And nothing at the top? Wow. One up I couldn't get would have been funny. Yeah, put a one up there, but then block the other path. That would have been pretty funny. That would have been a little funnier, anyway. Yeah, no wage secrecy. And then, like, then when you have that, well, they're making $15.50 and I'm making $17.50. Do you really think that I only do 5% more work than them? 10%? 10%? 8% more work than them? I'm not great at percentages in my head. Because if you think that my work is only, if it's more than that, because for me it feels like I'm doing 50% more work, and I think that should be rewarded with 50% more pay. It's a lot easier to make arguments like that when everybody's open about it. I hate that. Okay, maybe we just hop over it? We'll try just hopping over it. But yeah, when I used to eat at Taco Bell, there was one very close to my house that we just could not go to because they would fuck it up every time. And I would go back through the drive-thru, or I would go inside and be like, this is completely fucked up. Can I please get it without nacho cheese on it? I don't like nacho cheese. And they would get so grumpy. And it's like, dude, we do this song and dance like twice a month. What are you doing? Now we're going? Okay. That is not where we're going. Okay. Esports. Okay, learning lessons. So, oh, that triggers that too. Okay. Yeah. I mean, can you imagine if minimum wage was pegged against the cost of living in the area? And it had to be like, you had to make enough working full-time minimum wage that you could afford healthcare if it wasn't provided, and afford rent at 1/3. That's the official government guidelines, not half, 1/3 of your wages, and then have the rest for the remainder of your bills and, I guess, 8 subscription services at this point. What a weird thing to have completely normalized. And all the other expenses and ever-creeping larger cell phone bills. But I really, really, really think, like, the whole thing, Hot Dog is happy. He's coming up and playing with his little buddy. They're being cute. Oh, he's doing the thing. He's sitting on him. He's sitting on him and biting him. Don't bite his neck, pal. Yeah, it's crazy how often the crab pot mentality really helps people bring each other down. On like, well, it used to be like this, so you should suffer too. But the flip side of that is that also is how a lot of like politicians and people in general justify like, it's not worse, you know, you're just lazy. But that's, I mean, it is worse. God, is it worse? Man, if I could like buy a house on a fucking factory job salary, I would probably just get whatever fucking job and figure it out from there. Find something I like doing. If I could do anything I wanted, If I could try anything out and make enough money to buy a fucking house, I would try out other jobs. It's absolutely... Big Cam? Big Cam? Doot, 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 doot. Go. Go forth. Fight. Fight my children. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Look at that tail. Cracker's getting a little pissed off. The sad thing about this is how much Crackers just wants to cuddle. Wow. Can you guys keep it in frame, please? Oops. Okay. What we're doing. And it really blows me away. Like, if I had infinite trillions of dollars and I was like, okay, so how do I maintain total power and control of the proletariat? If the fucking little serfs down there, who I need to get the surplus value out of their labor and, you know, torture and just generally, make miserable. I wish that was a little easier. I guess the troll wouldn't work if it was. And there's an indicator, so I guess we'll see here. Oh, hot dog, hey. Hot dog. Hot dog. No, he's not gonna stop. Crackers is loud. He's getting it. There we go. He's like this. He's off. Oh. NDI camera, don't crash on me now. Doot, 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 doot. Where is it? How do I lose it? Full fight experience. The hot tub just turned on. Poor guy. Give him a slap, Crackers. He doesn't want to leave. He wants to be around his friend. He just... Oh! If I were trying to be the evil capitalist pig and maintain total control of society... Oh, I should mute the other mic. I would want, at the very least, the lowest cast of people to have their basic needs met, and ideally, some level of infinite untapped hedonism that encourages them to use the wages that they're given. I'm not even saying like company town. I'm just saying like push to legalize prostitution, porns for sale everywhere, like push debauchery and, you know, survival. General happiness, low effort happiness. And, you know, less CEOs would get shot. I feel like that's so easy. Oh, it's cropped a little weirder over there. I hope that wasn't as bad as I think it was. Do. Yeah, Echo, sorry. Cracker's just like, I can fight back? He can, he's just, ow, he's bad at it. He can, he doesn't want to. He wants to just be friends. Hot dogs are cute. Sports. And by no means do I think that that is, like, the solution to any problem. I just am constantly blown away that, like, that isn't the direction the great evils that in society go. Just seems so obvious. And, like, what was the French Revolution like? maybe 200 years, 300 years ago. When was the French Revolution? Do 1700s. Late 1700s. We know what happens. We know what happens when poor people get mad. Life is horrible. Ah, I needed to go through. Okay. This feels familiar. But probably not stolen. But a little familiar. But I guess if there's anything more obvious... Yeah, hey. You know, that's something. We could have those on tap too. You know, that's a popular thing in dystopic fiction. Crazy happy pills. Happy pills that get you high and make you not care. Opiate epidemic with no side effects. It just seems crazy, you know? I'm not advocating for any of this. I'm just saying it seems really crazy to be doing like the fucking like everybody's dying and starving and still has to work side of things. That just feels like what are you doing? This is the act 1 of the really of I guess what, Hunger Games? What are some other ones that did that? Where the pobs rise up. I'm in the pobs, by the way. I'm counting myself in that group. Oh, I see it. That's where we're landing. What in the hell is that mess? Was that just to distract me for long enough so that I let the skull platform die, probably? Yeah, it is. Oop, there's the other skull platform. Yeah. Yeah, and I don't think self-medicating is a great idea. You know, I think that if it helps and within moderation, that's good. Oh my god. I played Nina the Hollower demo through to fill out my save files, and then I played it more. I have not been that excited about something. I love fucking Zelda-style Metroidvania so fucking much. And the Shovel Knight team does amazing shit. And the Mina the Hollower fucking gameplay is unbelievably satisfying. The fact that they managed to capture really good platforming in Game Boy Zelda aesthetic style with, yeah, exceptional graphics. And the interactions that you have available to you with like the whip and being able to reflect projectiles and the way like pop-up attacks and then dodging works is just, you can tell from the trailer and from the little bit we see in the demo that the systems are going to be exceptionally rich, unbelievably rich and dynamic in a way that is almost like how Souls games give you a lot of different choices for combat. Not necessarily Souls like really at all, but in the same way that you have a ton of options in the way you do combat and in the way you work through combat aggressively or defensively and how that works. And it just, man, is it good. Oops, I fucked it up. I was very casually speedrunning it just a littlest bit. People's times were way, way better than me, but I was having so much fun playing through it. I just kept doing it over and over and over again. It was that good. Yeah, I guess maybe Microsoft's doing that a little with Games Pass. You know, keeping the cup full there. But mostly that's just resulting in a bunch of fuck-ups and studio layoffs and sadness and general disappointment in the concept. Maybe no spike there? I don't know. I guess it sticks out long enough to get onto. But I'd prefer it not be finicky to get in there once I know. Like, I'm not so leftist that I think that communism could work. But I think that we can have, real social programs and essentially like a low-level socialism that still allows capitalism to fester and ruin everything a little bit so that everybody is a little miserable. And I think all of that could work better if we actually prevented monopolies and horrible corporate behavior and that there were consequences for your actions if you were rich. And some of that stuff would be really nice. But I think just basic, like, just the absolute basics of, yeah, the Shovel Knight games were really, really excellent. I really liked them. I really loved, Shovel Knight Dig as well, which I know didn't get reviewed as well, but I thought the graphic style, the Game Boy Advance targeted graphic style, and the systems, the handling was really, really good. The actual platforming was really good. The systems were pretty good. I feel like it could have done well with better power-ups overall. That's to make me desperate. I guess I kind of wish, I guess there's enough platform there for me to get on the Skull Coaster. I just wasn't ready for it. It just seems crazy to me that we don't do just basic healthcare. Everybody gets healthcare. Everybody gets food. Everybody gets shelter. That's what we're going to do in America. We're just going to make sure that all Americans have just those things. Everybody has food and shelter. Might not be perfect, but you have a room, you have a private room, you have your own room, place to live, place to eat food, place to cook. Everybody has that. Oop, oop. Yeah, they're very, very good. All the expansions are very good. I didn't play the puzzle one. The puzzle one did not look up my alley. But yeah, the stuff Yacht Club does is very cool. I'm really happy they're working on a new IP. Really happy it comes out on Halloween. I'm definitely going to play it right when it comes out. Eat the donut block stall a little bit, but okay. Where is it? There. Second tile. Yeah, density seems a little high with kind of low-hangy things here. Would really love to make progress. I feel like I'm inching. I'm crawling very slowly through the level here. I'm a little distracted. But you know, esports. I can espouse my liberal ideals and play Mario Maker. I have that power. Yeah. Yeah, love it games and there aren't a ton of indie developers, I think, that carried the almost like artisanal spirit of like Cave Story of Pixel. And oh, I know there's some other ones. McMillan, Edmund McMillan and Meat Boy guy. And Binding Isaac guy. Where there's a lot of deserved prestige in their projects. Hollow Knight. Although I feel like that's significantly more modern, I feel like that's the same kind of thing where it's extremely well regarded. I feel like Hollow Knight's a little overrated, but it is good. It is very good, and I'm very excited for what's next. Oh, fuck off. Oh, fuck off. I tried to go in the door and I missed it. Yeah, Cave Story was one no, I don't think that was the first indie I played, because I bought Gish at Walmart, which was a weird old Edmund McMillan game before Binding Isaac and Meat Boy, like really early on, when he was actually trying to like independently publish stuff and managed to get a game in boxes. That's it. It was a weird platformer. You could choose to stick to walls. It was pretty neat. Like a shitty prototype Loco Roco with a lot of the end is nigh. Daisuke, the Pixel made another game. He made another game. Yeah, he made another. Kuro Blaster was the second game. It's on Steam for sure. It's on sale right now, it looks like. But I'm pretty sure it's on the Switch as well. Probably is. But it does not have anywhere near the scope of Cave Story. It has some similar systems, and it's very fun, but it was definitely like a I can't put that much effort in again type of game. And I really wish, yeah, he made that. I really wish he would, I wish he would Toby it up. Full on Undertale it up and and pull together a team. Man, he's got the prestige for it, where he could put out feelers and he could get everybody he admires to help him do things that he likes, so he can focus on the parts he's best at. I think Cave Story is an incredible, like an insanely fucking cool accomplishment. But I think that is too much to expect from a person again. I think I absolutely understand why we haven't seen more in that vein, because it's too much. It's too much to make that much music and that much game. I would rather he just use the same engine. Like, take that fucking engine and just start fucking doing more stuff with it, man. Make ROM hacks of your own games. Do it forever. I love that shit. And there are definitely more stories to tell in that game. Like, man, do it. Do prequels, do sequels, I do not care. Do what the fucking Toho guy does. Turn him out. Please, for the love of God. Oh. But I am glad we got anything at all. Yeah, it was a really great engine. And I feel like there's a lot more you could do within that really easily. A lot more he could do within that. I'm pretty sure the hell run there probably counts as Kaizo too, right? Like, I feel like that was probably like the first like real Kaizo thing that I pushed through hard. And also, I want to be the guy. I wonder what that guy's doing now. That was not very good. Yeah, it's an exceptionally, like, yeah, the story and every part of that is extremely well written. And it's, man, is it nice to have a game with cute little characters that that it doesn't feel like anyone involved is sexualizing them. Just regular robots and a regular witch lady. No doctor, evil doctor guy, nice doctor lady. Little awkward on the up jump, I guess. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, Cave Story, I think on the Switch, they did something different on the Switch release, where I think they added, like, a different type of co-op mode that I don't think was available on PC. Maybe you could separate? Yeah. Yeah, I feel like the discourse around Stellar Blade has been exceptionally stupid, but I hate Stellar Blade, and I do think less of anyone who played it. I'm sure some people want to play, like, Devil May Cry style slop and don't care about the sexualization, but, you know, I still think less of you. I am irritated if you're not irritated, I guess. If you could play through it without getting irritated or feeling like it was gratuitous. Or getting beyond that and then being like, why is the story so fucking stupid? This is just Nier, but without anything even remotely good. Made in Abyss. Dude. Steam. Pulling up something about a manga. Oh, there we go. Dude. Weird. 3D platformer, kind of? Weird. Looks weird. I'll look at it later. I'll look at the trailer later. I'm gonna watch the whole thing now. Batbarian, a tiny bit reminded me of Cave Story. It was definitely a little La Mulana-like. I don't know if La Mulana is, within your... Oh my god. How do I make it stop? I have too many fucking windows open. There we go. Yeah, Batbarian had, kind of a similar, art style a little bit, But some really unusual and interesting combat systems that made it really interesting to play through, and some really interesting. Oh God, I hate that. That fish is completely unnecessary. You don't need to put pressure on me in an awkward jump situation like that. Yeah, Barbarian is. Pull it up here. It's a little tough. They made an Accolades trailer for like what, little tiny review outlets? Gameplay. A little tough to recommend. Because it's really tough and it's really unusual, and a lot of it is playing with light. There's a ton of stuff where you're playing with light. But it was an exceptionally fun Metroidvania game with a pretty interesting, pretty entertaining story and writing. With a unbelievable, like just it was way easier than La Milana, but I would say it was kind of La Milana-like, without being as miserable. It was significantly easier even than La Milana 2. But some of that same energy I feel like was there. But nowhere near the need to take notes. Like, you could play through it with just what you had in the game as your references, but just the actual gameplay was in the same vein where it was a little finicky, but I wouldn't say like a crazy precision platformer. Very challenging. But the, I don't want to spoil anything, but just the Act 3 break where things got pretty intense was one of the most memorable experiences I have had in a platformer. It was surreal. It felt a little bit like disassociative, like this can't be real. It was really, really crazy. Really well done. The levels are still leveling. We grabbed one from playtesting request in the Bandwagon Discord to send feedback to someone who will be like, oh, okay, so it's less feedback and more you occasionally getting mad and blathering out a bunch of leftism, which, yes, that is correct. Shit. This is a very painful 50-50-90 because it feels like I'm supposed to not notice it, but I feel like I'm supposed to notice that I'm not supposed to notice, and this is either really good or accidentally really good. I hate you so fucking much. I fucking hate you so much. That was good. I can't believe we haven't seen the checkpoint yet. Yeah, I have a really deep love for La Milana, and especially for La Milana 2. La Milana, the OG La Milana, is on my list to play. The game that inspired La Milana, Maze of Gallius, the guy who made La Milana is working on a remake with the team, and I'm unbelievably excited for that. That's going to be crazy. There are like 70 people in the Metroidvania community who are going to be very excited to play that. A couple of old people who still have an MSX. Fuck you. You gave me a little fucking heart attack. There's no clear condition. I don't notice most of the time, so I immediately was like, oh shit, how did I not see it? But I don't notice. Oh my god. It's the last block. I keep going on the wrong block, but it's the last block and then we can just stand there. Yeah, I don't know if time-wise if we're falling outside of like the 30 to 60 second recommendation for where your checkpoint should be. But it does feel like with the density of the rooms and the little waits, not a crazy long wait, but we have several, like, little waits. It definitely contributes to it feeling like we are going real slow on our way to, CP1. At least there's no red coin. Right here. Yeah, it's a lot of little waits. Ow. Them was gotten. Okay, I'm gonna leave this alone. Those are gonna move. Played this?
Hello.
Oh no.
Excuse me. I have to piss. Out of my penis?
I'm gonna piss myself if I laugh that hard again, so I'll be right back.
You are a beast. And the same goes for your friends. Insanity is recommendable. Fatty foods want you. Notice each point that connects your pineal gland to your star sign. Go gentle into that good night. Don't just sit back and enjoy the entertainment. Remember to tell yourself, my being is special. Repeat the mantra, my unattractiveness is temporary. My unattractiveness is temporary.
Okay, back.
Worry about the ultra consistent.
That was very funny. That whole thing was very funny. That whole thing was very funny, and it made me definitely need to pee. Nope. It has been another hour, and I will continue to ignore my adult responsibilities. Sports. This is gonna be on the list of, like, on the playlist of pro levels I've played through and then cut up to, like, send the VODs to people. This is gonna be one of the worst ones. So hopefully he's too lazy and doesn't want feedback. So I'm gonna send it. Hopefully he's quick with the click forward. Oh my god. I really hope we're close to the checkpoint. So the I don't know if they have HDR implementation for it. I would check and make sure that you don't have turn on HDR for all titles on. But honestly, I would just turn HDR off. The HDR implementation on the Switch 2 is fucky. There's a bunch of good videos about it. But if it doesn't look right, and I feel like, I guess Bloom could look nice in CRTE in a game like that. But there's a thing for only in supported titles. Where the hell is it? Display. Either only supported titles or all software. But they may have just left the Switch on or whatever. Stay pissless. I can't. I'm full of the piss and the vinegar. Doot, doot. No, it doesn't. No, it does not. I'm sure you mean that the HDR looks good on the Switch 2 screen itself, but the HDR implementation on the Switch 2 is generally just rough. See you later, Yimmy. Yiminy. Is really, really rough. There's a guy who goes over it and how to sort of correct it in a weird YouTube video. Let me see here. I have it in my histories. This one. It surprisingly covers some of it. It's dry, but the guy is surprisingly funny. It's possible that some Switch 2 screens are calibrated in such a way that the output doesn't look right. But if it looks right on your TV, either your TV's HDR is so fucked up in their implementation that it accidentally looks good, and it's possible they tuned it to some TV and you have the same one. But more likely that you're seeing the pop, but you're not noticing the loss. Or they fixed it at some point very recently, and I haven't seen any updates about it. But I feel like I would see updates about it. But I could be wrong. But I would definitely recommend taking a look at that. That can help you figure out how to balance the white correctly. Oh my god. Cracker started playing with something, and Hot Dog ran in and jumped on top of it. Was trying to sit on his face. Hot Dog. That was rude. So what are we doing here? Is it just going to be go back? Yeah. Yeah, just go back. Yeah, I haven't messed with it in Zelda. Only in Mario Kart and Bonanza. I tried, but it never looks correct. Tears of the Kingdom, actually, I had auto HDR set up on PC, which looked pretty good, and I would assume they're doing something similar to get HDR into Zelda, into Tears of the Kingdom. So that would actually be a really easy way to make a pretty good comparison, is looking at it on the same display via the Switch 2 and via auto HDR. I might even, well, it'd be really difficult for me to capture the difference photographically, though. But someone should do that. Someone good at that should do that. Yeah. What's the best weapon to get in Tears of the Kingdom? Tears of the Kingdom, I felt like was just probably in Mina the Hollow. Yeah, I would if it looks weird though, I would just turn it off for the title and then turn it back on later. I liked all of them. I thought the charge up one, the hammer, I think, that you could charge up, was the most interesting and most likely to be the best weapon, but I could not get like a good rhythm for it to feel good. But the way that you can like charge, the way the charge worked was really, really interesting. Oh my god. You don't, not everything has to kill you. Not everything has to kill you. You can kill with kindness, like you can give the player a mushroom and then make them not able to proceed if they have the mushroom rather than killing them sometimes. But we talked about it a little bit in an earlier level, but like anytime you can add a little Rube Goldberg somehow, try to do so. Hey, thanks a lot for the sub, Laughables. I'm rich now.
Laughables just resubscribed for
Oh,
2
what?
months. Well, what do you think is best for my first run?
Was that quiet? I feel like the TTS was too quiet. For the first run, the whip. Yeah, the whip was the absolute most, just generally satisfying and traditional thing that works really well. You get a lot of space, which feels really good with the speed of combat. They were all fun, though. It's definitely one of those games where every single weapon felt both viable and fun to play with. So I'm excited for when we get all of them. I assume we get all of them. The mace? Yeah, I think the mace was the whip one. I think that was the one that was the whip. But the one that looks like a Castlevania whip. You'll know it because it'll look like Castlevania when you whip. The one featured in the trailer. I played the demo on PC. So I played it a couple of months back when it came out on PC. But I did play it over and over and over again. Okay, don't do that. Don't touch it. Go. Yeah, I like that one a lot, but I don't think any of them... Oh, you can try them out before you leave. You can try them out before you leave the ship's bow. So you can try each of the weapons a little bit, and then go back to the chest and pick a different one if you want to see what they feel like. Yep, still going. Started something really long. Still here. Still going. Should have stopped. Gotta eat. Doot, 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 doot. But it's one of those levels where it's like... For sure needs work. But there's some there's been some really good stuff here. I wanna get through it. Oh my god. Oh my god, I hate that. But at some point I'm gonna get mad. We're 34 minutes deep. I really feel like we should have seen the checkpoint a long time ago. Oh, yeah, the hammer has that crazy roll while you're charging it. That's why it stuck out to me as the most likely to be viable weapon, because the roll was so fast. I feel like there's definitely some crazy, some crazy movement tech that's hiding in there that I just didn't find. Or like a crazy cancel, like a fucking cancel type of thing that you can do. Yeah, every single weapon feels really distinct also, which is always really nice. Yeah, Mina the Hollower, I've been excited about since the very first announcement, and I felt like it'd be a great time for Heidi to come over here, because I'd be like, Heidi, what did I say about Mina the Hollower? And she would immediately be like, he would not shut the fuck up. Stop making him talk about it. He won't shut the fuck up about it. He's crazy. Don't talk to him about it. Because she definitely had to sat there and listen while I blathered on and was like, look at this part of the trailer. Look at what they're doing. Because there's a part in the trailer where the player character is dove under and then pops out and whips a projectile back into the enemy that shot it out, and it looks so unbelievably satisfying and fluid and smooth, and I just like seeing that was like, oh shit, dude. This game is going to be unbelievably fun. Cannot wait for that to come out. I'm going to take off on Halloween. I'm going to say, oh yeah, it's because we celebrate it. But no, it's because I'm going to play that game the second it comes out for like 12 hours straight. Yeah, you don't need to fish every single block. You don't need to block every single pipe. We have run into that a ton of times just because it's easy to forget when you are trying to remember 700 things that you have to do to get through the first chunk of the level here. Yeah, you must lose. I'm sure it's possible to win. I tried it a couple of times, and then I started trying to go faster and realized that it's almost certainly faster to die to him as quickly as you can. Because, oh no. Annoying. Put the skull coaster, like, I don't know. Do something. I wish something was better here. This is getting more and more frustrating the more times we find new ways to spaghetti it. But yeah, the Kraken gets extremely aggressive the more damage you get on him. I didn't dig into, like, other things. Maybe I will now that it's been out for a while. But I'm not either. You probably can't beat him, or if you can beat him, it's really hard because he gets really crazy and dodgy and hard to hit. Maybe I'll go back and try and do it. I bet the PC trailer or demo still works. Fish, fish, fish. Oh. Checkpoint. Christ. It is about exactly 50 seconds at a good clip, but it does feel like a lot on the way there. Oh, we can't just get it? I figured we'd be able to get it and slip through, but I guess it yanks you to the other side. Why? Yeah, they stuck really closely to, I would say the Oracle of Seasons and Oracle of Ages art style, while trying to channel, early Castlevania games aesthetic. It feels like where they're was specifically, no, I definitely can't get it, was specifically what they were going for, and man, did they fucking nail it. It's a very good looking game. Well, let's see what it is. Can we cheese this? Oh no, we're too close to the pipe for it to spawn another one. Okay. Probably not. I'm very excited for me the Hollower. Pretty sure we've covered it, but I have a soft spot for Metroidvanias generally. So. And it goes in cycles, so I haven't really been engaging with any part of the Metroidvania community in kind of a while. But it will be really interesting to see the responses to it, because the hardline the crazy hardline people who believe something that isn't a 2D platformer esports can't be a Metroidvania. Yeah, it's immediately satisfying. Like, as soon as you start touching it, it's exceptionally satisfying. The movement is really, really good. So it feels bad to be punished for it. See what else is in here. Hot dog's back. I guess we'll just go in here. All the other stuff is fake. Try to find some other troll that utilizes the star, rather than having the player wait out the star. Is that really how you're gonna make me kill myself if I accidentally broke that? That's sad. I mean, I see the pipe. I'm supposed to see the pipe, right? Ah, okay. Okay. Yeah. I mean, it feels... Okay. It works. I wish there was something to compel me to consider both options, other than just pipe versus no pipe. Pipe versus pipe with something in it, but only once, or that looks like it has something in it. I feel like there's a little bit better of a 50-50-90 there. That would make that feel more like I was an idiot and less like I flipped a coin. Which is really, it's really hard to dial into exactly what that is. Like, exactly how you make that work. Yeah. I mean, the pipe is enough. People are going to look at the pipe. Wait, does it just get out? Was that the troll? Is get out of here the troll? It might be. Uh-oh. Did I break it? Or did you break it? Uh-oh. Soft lock. Help. Help. Help me. Yeah, it looks like I'm in. I'm in there. I want to play me the Hollower again. Doot, doot. Yeah, I definitely felt immediately after doing it once like I needed more. Like, way jonesing. Like, immediately, like the full fentanyl experience. Not like I need another hit of crack. Like, oh nope, I'm already done being high and I'm furious that I don't have more. And I might overdose trying to get it. Just sticking anything into me. So I ran it over and over and over again. Till all the save files were filled up, and then just started deleting them and doing it some more. And kind of gently speedrunning it, lightly trying to speedrun it and path it out myself. And then I looked up how fast other people were doing it and immediately felt bad. Okay, we're back. Off-lock me again. Weird. Okay. Well, fine. it's just a star to get down here, and then the star breaking on its next troll. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I guess this segment feels a little weak and pointless. At least up to this point, roughly. Like, I feel like almost anything else could have been better than the star. Like, maybe another shell boat. Drybone shell. And then something with, like, getting me to get out of it before it breaks, or breaking it, or tricking me into, like, using it, versus a star that I have to wait out and then not overuse. It seemed... Did I fucking softlock again? God damn it. I don't know how to trigger this correctly now. Yeah, I don't know how to trigger this correctly. Only incorrectly, and I don't want to keep doing it incorrectly. Aw, do you think Silksong's real? Do you think it's coming? You think Silksong's gonna happen, huh? Don't you? Nope. We'll have Cave Story 2 before we have Silksong. I have a grim prediction that I feel like I shouldn't even say out loud. But I fear Microsoft will attempt to acquire and successfully acquire Team Cherry. And if they have any outside investors who will push them on a fiduciary responsibility, Microsoft could make a deal they can't refuse. So unless they, like, pre-poison pilled their employee contracts and their IP ownership and everything, you know, I feel like it's definitely possible for Microsoft to do what they do, and they've been grappling onto it. A lot of people have been grappling on Silksong, but Microsoft's was showing it off with the new ROG Ally as well. So they could do that thing that they do, where they gobble up a studio and then destroy it because they're dumb as fuck. And if the IP is not well protected, and Microsoft owns it and mothballs it forever, you know what we have to do. We have to buy clown wigs and clown noses, and we have to assemble an army, and we have to go in there and physically take it. Return it to the people, and the people will make Hollow Knight too. The wait. I hate the wait. It waits. Okay. So just do this. Okay, so it looks like it detects when I transform and doesn't function without that. So if for some reason I think to get off of the shell, I'm in trouble. So maybe a shell should come out of the pipe somewhere? I mean, yeah, it was an... I don't think we can count on it. I don't think we can count on it. I don't think we can count on anything. It's been so long. Microsoft's been on the dumbest spree to acquire so many things. I don't know. I will tell you what though, if like I'm ever in a situation like that, and I hope developers are learning too from all the Microsoft closures that like, man, it is fucking time to like absolutely poison pill your contracts. Do everything that you can to protect the IP and make sure the IP stays with the creators. So that there's just no way for investors to actually own or be able to steal or circumvent ownership on the IP, on the actual gameplay, game story, and everything associated with the IP. What is the quiz? What quiz are you quizzing me? Turtle or Drybones? Who's badder? I guess Drybones, huh? I hate you. I would like it to come out. But I also feel like we have spent so long being tormented about Silksong that at some point we just have to accept it. We just have to accept that it's not coming. Laughable, I don't know if you're a Half-Life person, but if you are, you know, you've been there. You've been there for 15 years. With one excellent VR game in the interim, And, you know, look, no, honestly, if you haven't played Alex and don't want spoilers, I'm sorry, you deserve it. It's been a long time at this point, especially in a series like that. But literally at the end of it, they start the third game. They show you how the third game begins. Oh yeah, Alex was great. So for people who are waiting 15 years for more Half-Life, and we finally get a VR Half-Life, and it's a fucking interim story with Alex. Alex is a great character. No dog, so 0 out of 10. But we can draw dicks with Sharpie, so back to 10 out of 10. I don't know how we work out those averages, but the dicks are at 20. No dog. Comes to 10. It was really good. I wish there was more. I wish there was more to it. Like, it feels so much like a demo of, okay, how good VR games could be, but it also feels like it never really gets past the demo. And the combat always feels scripted, but I absolutely love it. I've played through it a ton of times. What? I did not learn anything. I stood still in Blathard. Ugh. But yeah, the ending starts Half-Life 3. It retcons a major thing that happened at the end of Half-Life 2 Episode 2, and implies that we will see Gordon in VR very soon, with the crowbar. And that was a thing that was lacking in Alex as well, that they knew that they lacked melee. Boneworks did a really good job implementing melee in a solid and weighty feel that was really good in VR. I should replay Boneworks. I really like Boneworks. And it's been too long since Alex, and I don't want Alex Episode 2, I want Half-Life 3. I want more. And it's been so long that it's not gonna happen. There's gonna keep being leaks, but it's not gonna happen. Gabe just bought a fucking yacht company. So there's also a hint? What in the fuck? See the fire one for the hint. I feel like there's a real chance on the Half-Life front that Valve and Steam enshittify successfully to total irrelevance to the platform that we're using extremely begrudgingly, worse than Epic or what's EA's stupid client? EA's stupid Origin, worse than Origin, that we are only begrudgingly using because it's where so many of our games are before someone rises from those ashes, and then is great until they buy a yacht company. Maybe we split the difference on Eat the Rich, and we just, you know, bite off their hands and feet when they get enough money, and we just, you know, they get new ones, but we make it expensive, so it's really hard to get that high up there to the point where, I learned nothing. Faster. Okay. Punishment was I went too slow, I guess. I've had hot takes about Valve for a while. I strongly believe Valve is a monopoly. I think that the in-progress lawsuits, as well as how difficult it was for major platforms like Discord to compete with them, that Discord fucking gave up, coupled with the fact that they do things like cut Microsoft a deal and Bethesda a huge deal on their percentage, but they still charge 30% for every little guy out there, are definitely strong evidence that they're a monopoly, carefully controlling and maintaining that control on their market. But after the CoffeeZilla stuff, and how they're definitely aware of what they're doing to children. You and your fish. You and your fish. See, that one could have been funny. If the other ones weren't there, but now it just feels like a run-on for something that wasn't funny in the first place. But I would also rather see you, flip it around, and then have the fish get bounced off of a spring very quickly that maybe falls off of a track and gets pushed into you. If you're gonna go that way with it, like, get Goldbergy with it if you can. Yeah, Crackers, you're the Goldberg. Come here. Let me rube on you. I need to stop streaming. Ugh. Keep the sitting on the floor yelling at me? Yes, you! At least it's easy when you know what to do. Jump up here then, stupid! Here he is. You gonna sit down or are you gonna annoy the hell out of me again? There you go, buddy. Isn't that nice? Isn't it nice to just be cute and on camera? Oh my god, look at his face.
Hello.
There are some good pieces here. There are some very funny setups that were very good. Put your face back where it was cute. Don't do the thing where you bury yourself in me. I need you to be camera ready. Wide-eyed and camera ready, bud. Oops. Was a mistake? No, you're not gonna do it? Not even if I pet the side of your face so you turn back this way? You going to sleep on my arm, little buddy? Maybe? Get a little tail whip thing.
Hello.
I held jump? I really don't think you should have a fucking mid-jump in there that the player has to hover in. That's fucked, bud. A mid-jump in the middle of that is fucked. You can't anticipate like all troll players capable of doing a careful mid-jump in the middle. I feel like that's fucked. I feel like not necessarily that people playing the levels will be bad at the game, but more that for the ease of the player who has to do it 100 times or 10 times or whatever, and to reduce frustration generally, you want to avoid difficult inputs, requiring the player to do difficult inputs. That's definitely one of them. It's definitely weird, especially since there's also like a falling time pressure aspect to it. I feel like that's a bad. I left the bucket. I'm losing steam here. Yeah, I played a good deal. I played through Half-Life 2 VR. Oh fuck, you really have to be ready for that. And started Half-Life 2 Episode 1 VR. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I grabbed both of them and just didn't dig back into them yet, but I do feel like the actual gunplay in Half-Life translated really well to VR. I kind of wish that we had more from Valve in that regard. Oh, there's ways to check if the player gets out too. Like when it doesn't matter like that if they have the shell still. Oh yeah, you really gotta fix the soft log there too, in case they get out of it, but, I see the spike down there somewhere. But there's ways to check if the player, has a power-up and take it away, but not hurt them if they don't, which is a more graceful way to handle it.
Hello.
Mid jump. Then let me guess, this one is actually coined, so we can take it. Nope, it's the same joke. Oh. Inches. Crawling by inches yet again. I figured it wouldn't be the exact same gag that you did last time, which I guess is the setup there, but it's, you know, there's less potential for it to be funny right after a difficult input. Right after a difficult and frustrating input that doesn't immediately drop me onto the next checkpoint, which then gives me tons of anxiety that I'm going to have to keep doing this tough input in the middle of the level here. It's weird that this pushes me to go faster. Yeah, so weird.
Hello.
Pretty awkward. That's mean. Is that what I was supposed to do? Yeah, I don't feel like I have a good handle on expectation here versus speed. I feel like I have a handle on that. Yeah, inches. Crawling by inches yet again. Feels like I'm making barely any progress, that I'm falling into everything because everything is built to always be a troll. And a lot of it is just nothing. And I think the density doesn't leave room for the actual good ideas or funny ideas, room to breathe. And that's really important. It's like, you know, letting the good ideas be in charge and not necessarily stuffing every single opportunity for space on screen with more stuff. Because this is way too long to not see checkpoint 2 yet. Whole level feels way too long. CP2 should be right around here. It should be right after this. It's gonna be anywhere. I guess we'll have to see if these are what we need to get across there. If that is correct, it feels really awkward to not be able to, the skull platform is rideable, I guess? Feels really awkward. Ooh, cat treats from the sky. But you know that he's here, right? He's a baby. Yeah. Did you hear that? Your baby. You want to push the button? Are you ready, crackers? Push. Oh! As soon as he heard the sound hit the thing, he went from like, oh, to just wiggling out of my arms and needed to leave immediately. He doesn't want anybody else to get the treats. Something horrible's gonna come out of there, so let's deal with that. Yeah. Oh, thanks for doing that. They last played Rotwood. What's Rotwood? Oh, please, for the love of God, Yep, I figured. Let me have the next checkpoint. It's so long. You remember my level balls? Faintly. Oh, Lemmy? Lemmy stuff? Was it Lemmy stuff? I remember a Lemmy level called balls. A Lemmy Balls related level. I think you might actually be able to steal that. What's the gag here? Oh, fuck off. Ugh. No, it wasn't that? Somebody else's balls. No, I don't then. I'm not an expert in remembering balls. But drop it back in there tomorrow, because I'm definitely done after this one. Before this one is done, maybe. Hey, thanks for doing the shoutouts. I'm bad at that. I'm bad at remembering people's stream. Still constantly mad Twitch can't just give us a badge. It would be such a valuable, like, networking tool, even for people who don't give a shit or want to do networking, to just have a little badge. That's like, this person streams in the same category as you. This person recently played the same game as you. Oh, you want to play it again? I don't know. It sounds like no. They rained. They did rain. Oh my god, look at what they're doing. Look at this romance. Don't stop. No, back to romance. He was literally just like gently holding him and licking his face on the bottom. Yeah, sorry. Echo defeated. Look at this romance. No, not that. The hot dog, don't romance him there. Look, I'm sure he needs the help, but can you not? Ew, what's on his butt? Crackers, that better be like a leaf or something. It's been years since you played it, but I liked it at the time. Well, I probably will have completely forgotten it. Oh, he's not into it. Crackers, what's on your butt? Don't show us again. You can't get away from him. Nothing he does. It's over. I have to finish this level. You guys keep wrestling. Oop. Faster. Hot dog looked right at the speaker. He's investigating. He's investigating the speaker. Crackers for a moment, and now he is straddled once again by his brother. See that tail action? That's activating him. Oh shit, I finally fell for it. Yeah, it's inches.
Nut.
He's unconcerned with nuts. Not everything needs to be a troll. Not every troll needs to be fatal. And, meaningful progress is always nice. But man, these stretches, these incredibly large stretches. It's a lot to remember. It's a lot to keep floating around in your head. Jahara Arcade, thanks for trying. But not until you learn to read, bud. Doot. Hot dog, don't bite him so much. He doesn't like it. Hate that mid-jump. Ride this one. It distracts him every time, but only for a sec. I need a bird noises. I need a really long bird noises redeem. Maybe that'll get him. Bird noises and scratching. This was something stupid as well. And apply directly to the forehead. That was the last thing making volume. That the computer recognizes, so it showed me that icon again. Okay, stupid thing here. Oh, God. I guess I have to wait for him to walk away? God damn it, dude. 200 seconds almost. Or 200. Minute and a half. 2 minutes almost. I played the shit out of UFO 50. I think I did 20-ish games, 22, something like that. I think it's probably right in my Steam achievements. Yeah, I'm really happy that's out on the Switch too, but I wish that we had better things in their Indie Direct. I feel like it was pretty weak overall. I grabbed the Ball Pit demo on Steam. That looked good. And I put 2 other things on my wish list on Steam. UFO 50 is amazing. Yeah, they did it fucking dirty. UFO 30 should have had a fucking, should have had like a focus in there. UFO 50 is an absolute masterpiece. I have 111 hours in UFO 50. And I have a, what's the completion? I have 10 gold discs. What was my actual, like, standard completions, though? Dude. I don't remember how many actual games I beat. Dude. But it's, man, UFO 50 is an absolute masterpiece. Yeah, UFO 50 captures the spirit of, some of the coolest Game Jam games ever in a way that is actually, like, an incredibly fun, playable experience. There's nothing else like it. There's nothing else like it. Imagine the highest effort... Like, imagine if somebody tried to do something kind of like WarioWare, but everything was a full game. No, it's unbelievably amazing. It's like a huge Game Jam project of tons of developers making and working on these games together. There's some really incredible little mini Metroidvanias in there with incredibly cool gimmicks. The first game, the top leftmost game, don't start with it. It's a fucking Milano-like horrible game. I spent like 20 hours cutting my teeth on it and being like, UFO 50 is stupid. And then moved on from there and was like, okay, wait, no, this is amazing. Why is that the first game? That should not be the first game. They should have fixed that. They really should have not done that. But it's an absolute masterpiece. There are a ton of extremely well done games, even outside of genres that, like, normally I wouldn't touch. Like, I wouldn't play most point-and-click games ever. A point-and-click fucking, like, mystery horror game. The one in there is unbelievably excellent. Everyone on Earth, every single person on Earth could find something they would deeply enjoy in UFO 50. And especially for the price they're asking, it's an excellent game. If it's ever on sale for $5 or $10, it is an absolute no-brainer. It is the perfect game to gift to everyone. Yeah, there's way more than 50 games. Yeah, there's so much more in there. There's a bunch of games that tie together. There's this really cool Blaster Master-like game. Oh my god, there was so much in it. It was so fucking good. There's a weird terminal thing. Okay, I don't think they can touch me. Okay. Yeah, it's also annoying to give me a fire flower here and then force me to remove it and then to do the same thing. It just feels like we're really lacking focus on a lot of how we get through some of this stuff. I figured there was something. Not everything needs to hurt me at all times. Is this the same joke again? Is to not kill the shell? Oh my god, don't make me wait out an entire star. I'm guessing somehow it's to kill it, but last time that wasn't the case, but the huge amount of time that we are here means that this doesn't feel like, you know... Oh god, and then what? Let me guess, it's not just a damage boost, but it's 2 damage boosts? Oh. Checkpoint! Oh my god, that is enough. You can fuck right off, V4. That is enough. Oh, it's gone. Weird. How is it gone? How is it gone? They must be watching. Yeah, there is a ton of really, really big laughs here. Like, there's a ton to like here. A ton to like here. But the exceptionally high density, and length, the length between the checkpoints is just crazy. Like, I feel like no matter what you do with it at the chopping block, you will come away with a better level. And think about how you can make deaths funnier where you want to kill the player. And think about where, think about alternatives to killing the player in some cases, or even just chop, 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 chop. Try to aim for, like, when you're bursting through the level at top speed, you know what you're doing, you know how to do it. For between 30 to 60 seconds between checkpoints, I think is a really good guideline for making sure that it's minimally frustrating and the player doesn't get really anxious waiting for the next one. So they stop being curious or lose some of that potential for laughter to frustration. But that said, there's a ton of potential here. So, you know, if you're watching, I look forward to the next one.